continue collecting, and remember, stay casual. Welcome back, casual collectors. I'm Steel Wolf,
And Spider Kid.
and today we're doing a very special episode where we're going to take you to our local toy shop. So without any further ado, come Spider Kid to the Casual Collector Mobile. And here we are in beautiful Redlands, California, right outside KSKollectibles. And yeah, this is our local toy shop. Now, as you can see, it does say IE Toy Store, but that's the old business. Now it's called KSKollectibles. And yeah, this place is pretty big. As you can see, they have two storefronts right there. So two actual locations into one that they made into one. And here we have the front of the place here. There is our actual banner for their store. So let's take a closer look inside. Alright, so right away you're going to see these three D-tops here, and so you got some merchandise here, some figures, some Legos, some cars, but the most important thing and the coolest thing here is going to be right in this middle section here, and the reason why is because you got these cool customs right here. Now they're all classified figures, but they all got these cool custom paint jobs, and there was even some 3D printed head sculpts there too. Over here we got some more merchandise. Now this next D-top here, we have a bunch of wrestling figures. We have some loose ones, packaged ones, nice little selection too. Over here we got some Masters of the Universe figures, some vintage, some newer ones. Over here we have some classic Joes, vehicles, loose figures, packaged figures, and even some classified figures. So right here we got that Shipwreck for 28 bucks, but even better, look at that, Torpedo, 25 bucks. Not too shabby. Got the Condo for 25. Some more classic Joes down here. Sigma 6'2", wow. And here we got some loose classic figures. You got Bazooka, Cover Girl there. Oh, I want that Breaker so bad. Ghost Rider, that's cool. We got some classic Marvel figures over here, some Toy Biz. Look at that classic Ghost Rider line right there. Oh man, that was that glow-in-the-dark Ghost Rider stuff. That stuff was cool. Those Pocket Comics, man, I used to have the Sabretooth and Wolverine one. That's awesome. Oh, and there we go. You have the VHS Marvel Legend figures right there. Pretty nice selection. Some Marvel Select, and here's your Marvel Legends. We got some packaged ones. We even got some loose ones there. Pretty neat. Some classic Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Pretty cool. Here we have those loose figures. Some pretty good stuff in there. Over here we have some classic Batman the Animated Series figures. We also have some Batman Legend figures. Those are pretty cool. More vintage stuff. Look at that. We have that Cyborg Superman versus Mongol, and that's a Toys R Us exclusive. We got some loose McFarlane figures from Multiverse. And over here we have the packaged DC Multiverse McFarlane figures. Pretty big Batman there. Got some Halo up there, and what is that? Oh, yep, some Final Fantasy figures. Or statues, because only some of the parts move, but still pretty cool. 10 bucks. Classic Kingdom Hearts figures. Some Dragon Star figures. Witcher, Halo. I don't call that line, but that's cool. And over here, got some cool stuff up there. And right below it too, we got a ton of wrestling figures, as you can see here. Look at all that. They got a bunch. And they even got a bunch of loose figures too. I see some NECA alien stuff up there on that top shelf. But yeah, look at all these. These are all wrestling figures. Got some Hot Wheels stuff here, some vintage stuff. coming up, some die-cast vehicles. And right below that, there is a ton of Hot Wheels stuff too. Look at all that. Very nice selection there. Now going down further into the store here, towards the front of the store, which is where the register's at, they have this little display case with some consoles here, some game consoles. Because they also sell video games here as well. Although I will say that their video game selection is small in comparisons to their action figures, so it's definitely more of an action figure store, but you can still trade in your games and stuff like that in here, as well as your action figures. There's part of the Funko wall. And in this display case is where they have their vintage games. So you have some Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy Advance, 3DS. They even have some of those 3DS consoles and Game Boy consoles there as well. Here's the other side of that Funko wall. Now continuing down that way, we see that we have some little random figures. Like I saw some Spawn from the movie, some Wildcats right here. Some Lord of the Rings stuff too, as you can see there. Walking Dead. There's your Killer Clown in Space. And over here they had some NECA stuff, as well as some loose NECA stuff, and also loose Transformers. Continuing further down this way though, we start to see that they actually have some Simpson stuff, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There is some loose Lego sets right here in this display. And this next one's kind of random. They got some Dick Tracy dolls. They got some Marvel Legends in there, some Marvel Select, Marvel Icons. They got Transformers in this one. Big old Transformer guys up there. They also got those mini-mates in there, the Alien and Predator ones. Those were awesome. Some Star Wars vintage stuff here. And over here they have their Black Series with some vintage, and as well as some of the 3.75 inch new line and the classic line. Some Star Trek, some classic G.I. Joes, and oh, check this out. These old school G.I. Joe vehicles. Man, these are cool. You got a ton of those Sigma 6 figures. Look at that. You got some classic Joes right there in the bottom. Look at that beast of a vehicle. That thing's awesome. Here we got the Super 7 G.I. Joe figures. Oh, these are pretty cool. And they actually got quite a few of them. Look at that. Some more classic stuff down here. And right now we're actually in the second room that they have. Got some Masters of the Universe stuff. Here's their loose Masters of the Universe stuff. Now, I don't know what this toy line is, but they looked freaking cool as hell. Some She-Ra dolls. Cool playsets up here, like this X-Men one that's coming up. Look at that. Oh man, that's cool. Some Playmates turtles. There goes that old school classic blimp. These retro ones. There goes the Stranger Things, the 2 packs, both Hopper and 11. Those are so cool. I think those are the NECA ones, I think. Yeah, there we go. Movie ones, 2 packs of Turtles. And these stands slash display stands are so freaking cool. Those G.I. Joe and Star Wars ones. Those are from a third vendor, I guess you can say, third party vendor, but they actually sell his stands here at this shop. I believe they were what, 22 bucks?
Each.
Yeah, that's still pretty freaking awesome. Look at that. Those are for 6-inch too, man. Those are awesome. Here we have some loose Marvel Legend figures. Some of these guys fell over, looks like. Down here, we also got some more Marvel Legends. Looks like that's a Build-A-Figure. And then on this side down here, we got some, looks like some vintage Batman stuff. Pretty cool. And then on this wall here, they got a bunch of DVDs, Blu-rays, and further in the corner there, they got like a bunch of other like PlayStation games and stuff like that. And over here, obviously, they have their brand new Lego sets, still in the box.
Ooh, they have a DeLorean.
Yeah. I think it was 170 or 75, I think it was. Something like that. Back in the corner here, they have a bunch of these wrestling belts. Some loose Lego sets. And also Lego Technic sets. There goes that BD1. And now normally they don't have that table there. That's just for this particular night here, where they were actually doing a custom class where they would teach you how to paint your figures. So that was pretty cool, and we actually signed up for it. Over here we got some model kit Gundams, as well as that Goku, some anime statues. So as we mentioned earlier, when we showed up, they were actually doing a custom class where they were going to teach you how to paint your own figures. And so we signed up for it, and Spider Kid was allowed to basically customize his own figure with the staff there basically giving us tips and tricks on how to do it. Now, it was about 35 bucks, and with that, it included a figure, accessories, and all the materials that we needed, as well as the instruction, obviously. And it lasted for about 2 hours. So here is Spider Kid giving us his own accord of what went down.
Alright, so they gave us basically the Black Series Stormtroopers to use as a base to basically understand how to use this. Now, what I kind of try to do for my Stormtrooper was make it look like he's been through some serious stuff, like give him some like battle damage on his arm, giving him some mud, and just for the fun of it, I give him some blood too. It was a pretty good experience, to be honest. They did teach us a lot of stuff about Blackwash and stuff like that. And it was fun customizing the figure, failing, doing it all over again. It was pretty fun. I got to learn a lot, and also I can't wait for the next lesson to start.
Yeah, they said about in a month they were going to figure out when and what they were going to cover, right?
Yeah, what they covered in this first one was basically battle damage, blackwash, and some like wear and tear on the figure. Now for the accessories, I did try to make it look like they were a little bit rusted, so I tried to put some like brown in it on the tip of it to make it look like that.
Oh yeah, kind of like it's worn out.
Yeah. So they're giving us some medical tape to use as bandages for a figure. And it basically worked as a sticker where you had to peel off the back part. And I was trying to make it look like some wounds, like he got shot multiple times, because you know those suits never really work in the movies. So I kind of just trying to make it look cool. I did it on the arm and on the leg.
Yeah, I was kind of skeptical about this when they pulled out the medical tape, but after watching Spider Kid apply it, I was like, holy cow, that actually looks pretty freaking cool.
And to make it a little more better, I did put some like blood on it to make it look like it was bleeding through.
Yeah, I think the addition of that really gave it that sense of realism, because it looks like he has a fresh wound and the blood is just seeping through.
I see right here, I was putting it on the leg too because I wanted to make it look like it was more even through battle than it already was.
And honestly, I think that's my favorite part of the figure that he did was the actual bandages. I think those came out looking so cool. And the helmet too. I really am digging the helmet.
I tried to do a little like Finn inspired type helmet where it's like the handprint, but I did like a whole scar on the helmet.
Yeah, either way, man, it came out looking good if you ask me.
And it's for fun too. I try to make it look like he was like punching people or something like that, to make it look like there's like blood on his wrist.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. Yeah, and here we did a close-up of it, which Looks really good if you ask me. Those bandages look so realistic.
And it also, if you look real closely though, on the shoulder parts, they did cut some of it off, make it look like it was some that did have some battle damage.
Yeah, so here we have a shot of the one of the owners here, which is doing the customs. He was the guy that was actually teaching the guys what to do, how to paint. And the other cool thing about it was that after the class, these guys actually held a pretty cool little raffle. And basically, when you signed up, they gave you a ticket, and that was your raffle ticket. So, but here they are raffling it, and the first guy ended up getting a what was it, flame trooper?
Yeah,
So this is the guy here that won the flame trooper. It was obviously opened, and I think the guys customized it, or did they?
yeah, they did.
So that's pretty cool. They added battle damage, I think, to it, so that was pretty awesome. And then they had one more giveaway, and to my surprise and shock, because I never win anything, actually Spider Kid ended up being the winner, which was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, somehow through my luck, I was able to win, and I got Dengar from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, Black Series, man, that's cool. Loose figure or not, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So then overall, what'd you think of the class? Was it helpful? Did you learn anything? Did you think those guys did a pretty good job of instructing you or what?
Yeah, they did a really good job. They explained everything really simply, and I did actually learn a couple of stuff.
That's pretty cool. And just keep in mind, folks, we are not partnered, sponsored, or get any kind of like goodies from this store.
Yet.
Uh, he speaks a little too soon. But you know, we had gone to this place before, but it was under different management. And these guys, KS Collectibles, took over, and they changed the store around completely. So we're digging the store, we're digging the prices, and we're digging the fact that they're actually teaching us casual collectors how to actually do stuff with our figures. So definitely, we're going to definitely go back, and we've both spotted many things that we kind of want to add to our collection. So we'll definitely be going back, and maybe we'll be showing you guys more footage of the place. All right, and here we have the finished product now. Thing looking pretty freaking sweet, if you ask me. But let's have Spider Kid walk us through on what he was trying to go for here.
So my design was pretty simple. I tried to just make it look like a battle damage trooper, or like he was just surviving after the war.
Cool. All right, well, let's take a closer look at what exactly Spider Kid did.
Okay, and this was the accessories that I got from KS Collectibles. That was part of my Black Series Stormtrooper. Now I don't really remember what the name of these blasters were, but basically what I did for both of them was I just put some like black wash and some brand on it to make it look like mud or like rust. As you can see right here, put some blood on the front too, and I tried to put on the back of this too. And then for this one is the same thing. Just some brown, to make it look like rust, and then put some on the handle too.
So then you were trying to go for like a weathered look, right? Like kind of like it's been through hell.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get a closer look at some of the details that Spider Kid added to that Black Series Stormtrooper.
Alright, for the figure now. I started in the bottom. I tried to get some like mud on the shoes, but it didn't really come out as good though. But I am gonna try to make it look better like in the future. And what I see right here also on the top part of it, there's some blood. And the knee pads right here, some blood and mud. Some more like scratches, some blood, and then I put some bandages on the leg right here.
Yeah, and again, I think that those bandages came out looking sick. I mean, it looks so realistic. It looked like actual gauze bandages.
Yeah. And if you see right here, some more like blood look like it to make it look like it's bleeding through.
You know, I don't think that the mud looks that bad. I mean, I can see why you would say it looks kind of bad, but I think that if you put them like in the dirt, you know, for like pictures, I think it'll look pretty good like that.
Yeah. For the back side here, pretty much the same thing. Just I didn't really do that much on the back here because it didn't really matter that much, but there's some little blood right here and some scratches on the butt right there. And on the pouches right here, some mud.
Yeah, those pouches looks like he's been getting shot at. Like, because you know when they get shot with those blaster bolts,
Yeah.
it looks like they're like it's leaving like scuff marks or like smoke marks. That's what it looks like.
And speaking of him getting shot, I did have a little like bullet area here to make it look like he was bleeding.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Some more black wash to make it look like scratches. And then for this arm, I'm trying to make it look like he got hit with like some like fire or something. Make it look like just like ashes on him, something like that.
Oh, okay.
See right here, the bloodied up wrist. And the back side of that. Try to make it look like the holes have some blood coming out too. This I made it purposely cut off to make it look like it was broken. For this arm too, some mud, another bandage.
Yeah, again, those bandages came out great.
Yeah.
And that was just medical tape. So that's pretty cool.
And then for the head, it was pretty cool. I got inspired by the whole like fin thing that happened to him with the bloody
Oh,
hand.
yeah. Yeah, I'm digging that. I like that.
That's gonna make with this blood right here, some a little bit more mud, and then some more scuffs
Yeah, he looks like he's been through hell. And then, what were you doing to the shoulders? Why do the shoulders look like they're broken?
to make it more like it has more battle damage.
Oh, okay.
You can see more cuts right here too on the armor.
Did you do those cuts?
Yeah,
Did they instruct you on that, or they just said, break pieces here or there? Or
they it was kind of a both. They did that.
okay.
They broke some of the piece right here off too. And yeah, that's it for details.
All right, so yeah, not bad for Spider Kid's first actual attempt at painting a figure. Before he basically just kind of mixed and matched pieces, kind of took an arm here, put an arm there, and kind of makeshift those figures that way. But we've always talked about painting figures and doing things like that, but we never really had the instruction or the know-how on how to even begin. But this was a great little beginner class, and if you saw from the footage earlier, you saw that the class was made up of not just younger kids but older people too, and yeah, everybody seemed to be having a blast. But definitely not bad for a first time. This is his first official figure, so not bad. And that's going to do it for this special adventure with Casual Collectors. I'm Steel Wolf.
And Spider Kid,
Continue collecting, and remember,
stay casual.